Okay, so we need to talk about what on earth is going on with the WNBA's Washington Mystics. I mean, it is enough to make any fan just scratch their head. It's like, in the blink of an eye, the team traded away these huge key players. And this move, it doesn't really feel like a strategic rebuild. It feels, well, it feels more like a sudden, totally confusing fire sale. And this quote, man, this just captures the feeling perfectly, right? It's that immediate punch of disappointment, and you're left with this bitter taste of a promise for the future that just feels, I don't know, super shaky. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's break down exactly what happened. Yeah, this wasn't some slow, telegraphed rebuild that you could see coming from a mile away. Nope. This felt way more like an abrupt, everything must go fire sale that just left everybody, well, completely bewildered. Seriously, the speed of it all was just stunning. One minute you're looking at the roster, and it seems pretty set, right? You've got this promising young talent, you've got that veteran grit, and then boom, the next minute, two absolute cornerstones of that whole identity are just gone. It was so fast, so shocking, and it just raised a ton of questions. And this right here, this is the real head scratcher. Because you gotta remember, this wasn't some team that was just languishing at the bottom of the league for years. The Mystics have been competitive. They were in the playoffs recently. So why? Why tear it all down to the studs now? Why not build on the foundation you already had? So to really get why everyone is so confused, you have to look at exactly who the Mystics let go of. We're not talking about just some role players here. These were pillars, absolute pillars of the team's present and its future. So you have two players, right? Completely different, but both were so vital. On one side, you've got Aaliyah Edwards, you know, the #6 pick from UConn, a young forward who absolutely looked like a future star in the making. And then on the other side, you've got Brittney Sykes, a defensive powerhouse, a certified dog on D, a veteran leader whose energy was just infectious. And just like that, in one move, the team loses its future and its grit, both gone. And the fallout from this? It's immediate. Trading Edwards after just one season? That feels impatient, doesn't it? And then, to make it worse, you send her to a rival contender, Connecticut. That's just pouring salt in the wound for fans. And then, losing Sykes, I mean, that just guts your perimeter defense. It's gone. And you're also taking a critical veteran voice right out of that locker room. These are not small losses, you guys. These are foundational cracks. Okay, so you give up all that talent, the future, the grit. So the big question is, what did the Mystics get back? Right? This is where the whole thing starts to look like a massive gamble. Was the return actually worth it? So let's look at the ledger. Out the door goes the future, Aaliyah Edwards, and the grit, Brittney Sykes. Coming back in, you've got the respected veteran Alicia Clark, some offensive potential with Zia Cook, a promising rookie in Jay-Z Sheldon, and the big X factor, future draft picks. A gamble. They basically traded known, proven talent for a collection of maybes. So this brings us right to the heart of it, the main question everyone is asking. Does that return package, does it really match the value of what you gave up? A potential franchise cornerstone and an elite defensive leader. I mean, right now, if you ask around, the consensus seems to be a pretty loud no. And that's really the core of this whole strategy, isn't it? The front office has essentially pushed all their chips to the middle of the table, betting it all on a future that is so uncertain. Because let's be real, draft picks are basically lottery tickets. They are not guarantees. This is a super high-risk, high-wire act, and it feels like there's no safety net. But you know, beyond all the X's and O's, beyond the assets on a spreadsheet, there's a real human cost to moves like this. So let's shift gears a bit and look at this from the stance, from the perspective of the fans, the people who pour their time, their money, and their hearts into this team. Think about it. As a fan, you buy the jersey, you cheer for a player, you get invested, and then to see them just shipped out so quickly, so unceremoniously, it can feel like a punch to the gut. It's that jarring, disheartening reminder that, yeah, at the end of the day, professional sports is a business. And a strategy like this, it has real, tangible consequences for the fan base. It just breeds uncertainty and a whole lot of frustration. It makes it way harder for you, as a fan, to connect with the roster when it's always changing. It totally disrupts the team's continuity, its identity. And for a league like the WNBA that's working so hard to grow its audience, moves like this are risky. You could end up alienating the exact casual fans you're trying to bring in. So, okay, we've looked at the players they lost, the stuff they got back, and the impact on the fans. And we're kind of left right back where we started, with one big, perplexing question. Is this all just chaos, or is there some kind of calculated, even if it's baffling, gamble going on here?
I mean, what are we actually watching here? Is it a strategic, multi-year plan to stack up assets and build something new through the draft? Or did the front office just walk in and slam the big red demolition button? Because honestly, from the outside looking in, it feels a lot more like demolition.
If there's one thing that is absolutely 100% clear, it's the immediate trade-off they've made. The Mystics have willingly decided to be a worse team today in the hope of being a better team sometime down the road. They've literally swapped a tangible present for a completely hypothetical future, which leaves us with this final thought. Is there some kind of master plan here that we just can't see yet? Maybe the Mystics front office has this brilliant blueprint hidden away. Maybe in 3 years, we'll all look back and say, wow, that was a stroke of genius. But for right now, for today, fans are left holding that empty ice cream cone. They're watching their team take what looks like a huge step backward, and they're just left to wonder, is this bewildering bet ever going to pay off?